Hello and welcome to another video from Sonic Ninja. This video is kind of a special one. And I'm going to start off with a short backstory. So late 2013, early 2014, I was looking around at controllers, in specific pad controllers, and I came across, among other things, the Q Neo from Keith McMillen. And decided I'd give it a shot, and was quite pleased with it. I love the form factor. Can just throw it in my bag and go, and not have to worry about it getting damaged. It feels really good. The pads feel good. The software is easy to use. I appreciate the lights, and yeah, I was really pleased with it. Although since then I've come to realize that I don't do a lot of beat making, so I probably don't use it as much as I should. But perhaps there'll be more of that in the future, we'll see. However, later on in 2014, about June, I decided to pull the trigger on the Q Nexus. And since then, I haven't looked back really. I mean, I've tried other controllers, but I always keep coming back to this guy. I mean, you can see the ROLI Equator block here on my desk, and I was looking for something that I could throw in my bag and take. It basically goes everywhere my laptop goes. So anytime I want to do music, I have it with me. It's really light. It's really easy to use. And again, like the Q Neo software, the Q Nexus software is really good. I was a little disappointed when the original keyboard was released, because I felt like, at the time at least, I didn't need the extra functionality that the Q Nexus provides. I was like, I wish they would have done the keyboard first, and then made the fancier one after that, because then I would have just bought the keyboard and been fine. However, now I'm kind of glad, because I've got the a modular set up, and so the CV will end up becoming useful at some point. I just haven't gone down that route yet and tried the CV functionality. But anyway, I've been really happy with the Q Nexus. So great keyboard. So later in 2015, Keith McMillen announced KMI Labs, and released a teaser for the Keyboard Pro 4, which looked really good at the time. And just shortly after that, NAMM 2016 hit, and there was a lot of videos of the Keyboard Pro 4 at that point. So I started open email communication with KMI and tried to get information about the keyboard, and find out the specs of it and the size and everything, and see what info I could get. And it sounded pretty much perfect, exactly what I was looking for my home setup, because I've tried a bunch of different larger controllers, and I just couldn't find anything that felt good, and I really enjoyed the Q Nexus, so I felt like a larger version of that would be perfect. And so my email exchanges with KMI, they kind of warned me that they weren't sure they were going to even go into production with it. So I was a little disheartened by that, but I figured, I would just wait and see what happens. And then later that year, they announced a Kickstarter campaign for the Keyboard Pro 4, which I immediately jumped on. And then came the wait. The highly anticipated release of the product, it got pushed back, and it was a pretty painful wait, not gonna lie. But we did finally make it, because in my hands, there it is, I have my Keyboard Pro 4. And it arrived today in basically just like this, but in a shipping box, of course. Keith McMillen decided that they would provide everyone with a carrying case, the Kickstarter folks with a carrying case. So it came in a nice case. I figured I would do a first impressions video and try it out. And but before I did that, it's been a while since I've messed with NPE, so I got my C-board hooked up and wanted to make sure that everything behaved properly. So that's good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this guy off. If you're looking for MPE on the road, the C-board, the Songmaker kit is pretty awesome. I'm not a real big fan of the squishy keyboard waves, but otherwise it works pretty well. And for whatever reason, the loop block doesn't turn off, so I end up draining the battery. Even though I I'm supposedly shutting it off right, but apparently not. Anyway, go ahead and move my mic a bit. Pop this guy open, so you can see what it came with. Couple really sorry keys for the lock on the case. We got two little pigtails here for the our adapter cables for some pedals, and then a USB cable, which is USB micro. And I've already got a cable, so I'm good to go on that. Put that to the side, and then we got some bit of documentation. It is a class compliant device, so I should be able to just plug it in and go. Talks about X, Y, and Z axis, velocity, and the sliders at the top. There's 4 sliders that are configurable. MP compatible, 5 dimensions of control. I did go ahead and grab the editor, so I'll jump into that in a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and connect this guy and try it out. Get the case out of the way. Not too sure what I'm going to do with the case, because I don't really plan to take the keyboard anywhere. Definitely has a heft to it. You can feel the weight of the aluminum base. I really like the finish on it. I'm glad that there was some discussion in the Kickstarter about a version with handles or without handles. I'm glad they released one without handles, because I didn't see any need for that personally. The size is very good. The keys actually feel a little different than the Q Nexus and Q Neo. I think those are a little bit squishier. These feel a little bit harder, a little stiffer. Let's go ahead and plug it in. So, should be good to go. Got a light, that's a good sign. 4 lights now. Board Pro 4 editor. So you can see my key presses there on the screen, how hard I'm hitting each one. We got controls over the X, Y, and Z axis. So X is pitch bend, Y is CC74, Z is channel pressure. Looks like we can do split key zones. And here we have setup for the 4 sliders. So we got the first one's global pitch bend. Second is an octave switch. Third is x-axis range. So in theory, the more I wiggle with the lower setting, or the higher setting, the more it should go bonkers. We'll try that in a minute. And let's see, the fourth one is CC1. That's what, mod wheel? Let's see, what's in advanced? MPE mode on. So I guess it's the default octave. Cube threshold. Oh, we can set here the pitch bend range. That's good. Sensor adjustment. What does that do? Select a key sensor. That one. Is that like area of the key? I guess so there's no visual feedback on me actually hitting it. I'll mess with that later. It's interesting that it has scroll wheels. I wonder what this was made in. Okay, so that's it for the editor for now. So I should be able to come in here and refresh. So then I come here, it's keyboard Pro 4. My compressor's being a little over-eager there. It's turning on when I'm actually hitting the keys. It's sensitive enough. Yeah, I'll just disable it. So we should be able to go into Equator. Yeah, it shows the slide shows up. Let's try there's the wiggle. Oh wow, it gets crazy when you turn it up high. Okay. Not the best keyboard player in the world, so I can't give a really good, fancy demo. But I can say that it feels pretty dang awesome. Maybe try something else. It's hard to tell with the pitch bend. Yeah, it's there, but it's hard to tell. Easy to switch octaves. I do wish there was a C up here. I want to hit a C, but it's not there. The sensitivity is good, so my fingers aren't going to get tired. I don't really have to press that hard at all. Yep. I can see this being exactly what I was hoping for. To practice on it for a while to get used to it, but yeah. So if you like pad controllers, if you like the Q-Nexus or keyboard, you need an MPE compatible controller. I think I already like it better than the way the Seaboard block feels, and I assume that the Rise and the Grand is just that but bigger. So yeah, if you don't like the squishy key waves that they have from the ROLI keyboard, then this would be a good alternative, I think. I do wish that the keys were backlit, because I mean the Q Neo has some really good lights. The keyboard, the original keyboard, and the Q Nexus are backlit. So I'm not too sure why they weren't able to backlight the keys, but they must have had a reason. Maybe they couldn't make them as expressive. So yeah, the Keyboard Pro 4 by KMI. Keith McMillen fans, rejoice! It is awesome. Give it a chance if you can. If you have an opportunity to try one at your local shop or something, do take the opportunity, because I think you will be pleasantly surprised. So I think that's going to do it for my little first impressions video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments about this keyboard, and I'll be happy to provide whatever answers I can. Make sure to check out Keith McMillen's website, keithmcmillen.com, for more information. They have a lot of good videos from other people trying it out, so yeah. Thanks for watching.